sing, laugh along, and sing a lover's song. No way, Jose, to monkeys, gray pills, they're totally a bore. Tinko's got the magic that we're all cheering for. With her steppy stools so trusty, she winks and gives a smile, handing out her white pills, they're the coolest style. Hooray, hooray for white pills, okay. They zap away the gloom and make the world so yay. Not like Danzig's black pills, they're no fun at all. Hooray, hooray, white pills, let's have a ball. Hooray, hooray, white pills.
So we'll start with a late edition from Trim.
Of course.
The new Pope has declared that family is founded on the union between a man and a woman.
What?
Also, Trim stole that.
Yeah.
I stole that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's actually kind of a fascinating statement, because this was sent out to the various ambassadors that are going to Vatican City now.
Mm.
So it's kind of a unexpected bit of baseness out of the Pope. I was skeptical, and
So I sent Disco another tweet to go with this
we're
one.
coming to that.
Oh, there we go. Even better. So
It's Bezik's turn to jump ahead. We're going to that.
yeah, you think this is spice, please. You're gonna love this.
I personally don't care about, like, I'm in favor of gay marriage. I'll just say that. I'm okay with gay marriage. Really, I'm against the state having a say in marriage at all. I don't think the state should have any say in marriage. I think it should not be a secular institution.
Agreed.
I think this guy he's doing the right thing for the church, right? Like, he's following the dogma. He's following the letter of the word, the quote unquote word of God. He's doing what the church should be fucking doing.
absolutely.
Right.
And,
Yeah,
and the other thing that he does with this is the start of that. He talks about the family being the basic building block of a community and society.
Which is shocking for a
just
modern
that's
true.
person.
what we need to hear.
It is.
Yeah. It's not the individual. It's not the liberated individual. It's the family that actually helps create the economy and society.
Yep. Always have
So
been.
builds economy and society. Of course, individuals can create an economy, but nothing gets built without a family. No society gets built without a family.
And
As we're trying to find out in the West now with the declining birth rate.
Right.
Indeed. And I think that the thing, as a Catholic, after the terror of Francis, people are, I think, maybe overblowing the importance of this to an extent, because Francis was that fucking awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, this should just be like, you're right, because this should just be a no shit kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, of course. Well, duh. That's how it should have always been. Right? Like, and it's again, goes to when fucking Francis was in, the question, is the Pope Catholic, was not a rhetorical question. It's like, let me think on that, because it's kind of up in the air. Some of the shit he said is pretty explicitly anti-Catholic. And I really hate the idea that, well, just because he said it, it's Catholic. It's like, no, not necessarily. Like, he may be the figurehead of the church, but I don't think that he is the end-all be-all when it comes to determining dogma. Right? Like, the dogma pre-exists the Pope. And
never forget the Cadaver Synod, because that's basically what I would love somebody to do, is dig up Francis's corpse, try him as a heretic, and it's like, nope, you're excommunicated and you're damned to hell. Fuck you, Frankie.
So you guys would think this will be pretty obvious to most Catholics.
To actual Catholics, you'd think so.
Okay, you would think, except for Catholic Democrats, who are in fact trying to flee the church.
Good, be gone.
he was
Well-
supposed to be one of ours.
Be gone,
no!
heathens! Be gone!
And of course, these are Catholics who are pro-abortion and anti-family. So
So not
So
Catholic.
not
Right.
Catholic.
you will not be missed. I would think would be the sentiment from most Catholics here.
Yes.
Are they chinos? They're Catholics in name only.
Yeah.
They're not.
hmm
They're not like they're Catholics. They're really only religious 3 times a year or 2 times a year. Christmas and Easter is really, once a week and 2 times a year is really the
And-
only time.
Oh, you think most of them go once a week?
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe, but I'm just saying,
And,
they're
and
a
the
Catholic on Sunday or they're a Christian on Sunday and no other day of the fucking week.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's at best because I've
Yeah.
seen a few of them, and of course they'll like put on their like, well, you got to be a Catholic, and I'm like, look, fuck you, I am now, and I'm better than you because don't play this wishy-washy bullshit when it's convenient.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because that's
peop-
really what it
people
comes
like
down to is fucking convenience. They
Yeah.
only want to follow it when it's fucking convenient to them. It's like, well, if you only follow something when it's convenient to you, you have no fucking principles.
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
your
I
faith means
I see
nothing.
people. I see people like that as not just dishonest with other people, but they're more dishonest with themselves. Like clowns
Oh,
like James
absolutely.
Lindsay fall into
Yeah.
that category.
Yeah, it's weak moral character. Is really what it comes down
James
to.
Lindsay is just a fucking flip flopper.
Well,
No, he's the woke right, and I've got an article that I'm writing about that. So
Good.
I'm still not convinced. I'm looking forward to seeing that because I'm still not convinced the woke right exists as anything other than a leftist psyop.
I agree with that.
well, that's what
it-
James Lindsay is. He is the leftist
Oh,
side.
in that case, I'm
That's
yeah.
kind of the point of my article.
Yeah.
desperate
Yeah,
shitlibs
yeah.
trying to hold on to relevancy and maintain the discourse.
Exactly.
They're trying to maintain the liberal framework of our society, which is rapidly failing because it killed itself.
And I'm so happy that it did.
So
We're on white pills, not
Yes.
not
yeah.
bleach
White
writing
pill.
shit pills.
So now,
So,
go ahead, Beth. Go ahead, Disco.
so the Pope is now Catholic again, and the trash seems to be taking itself out. It is gatekeeping itself.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Glorious.
Well,
It really is.
And it's like every other hobby too. I mean, not to call the religion a hobby, but it's if you maintain high standards for shit, it gatekeeps a lot of the trash out itself.
That's just a truism.
Mhm.
You've got to gatekeep,
You
or
know.
you get losers coming in going, "Oh, we know better," and then
Gatekeep, gatekeep, gatekeep.
Yeah.
How's it go? Men have find something cool to do. Women go, "You need to include us." Men include the women. The women complain that it's not set
Make
up
it-
for them, so they change it and make
Yep.
it fake and gay. So the men leave and find something that's not fake and gay.
Yep.
Yep. And,
Yeah,
and
it's-
then they
it's the
chase the men
meme.
out again.
Yeah.
The include us meme.
Yep.
It's like, hey,
Yes.
you don't belong here. Okay, we'll go make our own space. Why are you excluding us?
And
Rinse
the cycle begins
repeat.
again.
Of course, that's the whole cycle of that's the whole point of the white erasure of Western society.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Western society, white European society created this really awesome civilization that brought the world into new heights of technology and innovation and creativity. And all of a sudden, the third world, brown world's coming in, fucking setting up shop, thinking they own the place. So
Honestly,
Look
it.
at towns though. Let's go on our backs. We the hang.
Mm.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they were the kings.
Yes, if
Yeah.
they was Vikings and
You know, we
shit.
have more. We was Europeans and shit coming up after white pills.
Yeah.
Oh.
Goody. Anyway, back to white
going,
pills.
sorry.
So nothing more white pill than doggo. We have
Aw.
Yay.
we have Monkey's little doggo who is taking up poker.
Aw. Adorable.
What a good boy sitting there on his chair.
He has an excellent
What kind of-
poker face.
What kind of dog is that? It looks like a Shiba.
It
but I know
is. It's a
probably
Shiba
so.
in better
It
is.
colors.
Shut the
It's a
fuck
Shiba.
up. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
It's like a Reich Shiba, where it looks like a German Shepherd a little bit from the
A
color.
Yeah,
German
right.
Shiba.
It's got
Yeah.
the tuxedo marking on it. That's what they call him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tuxedo marking.
He's a very
He's
cute puppy.
pretty, pretty little boy, and there he is, rolling around,
Aw.
waiting for belly rubs.
My monkey's going to turn around in a couple of months and go, how is there a foot and a half of dog fur everywhere?
No shit.
I'm here
Get
for it.
Get a shed brush for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll do yourself a favor, monkey boy.
Look at
Yeah.
those paws, though. Going to be a decent
He almost
size
looks
dog.
so fake.
I know,
He's
I
very,
know, right?
very cute.
I'd be careful sharing that image around if I was you, monkey. You might get pugged.
Ah!
Hey, they shut down the. No, not gonna go there. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's a black film.
You're gonna have to go to Denmark for that.
Oh,
So,
Jesus. Leaving that violently aligned.
Black throat.
Oh, next.
White.
That's super cute, dog.
He's a cute puppy.
Speaking of good
I'm-
boys, have the goodest of boys. Now, hopefully, I'm not gonna get copyrighted for this. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do some fancy editing come
Yeah, we're on Rumble.
editing time.
Yeah,
But,
this will be
uh,
fine, but the upload may need some tweaking.
Yeah, we will have lots of maybe pauses during. So
Wait, why
The
is the white
splash
pill
screen's
starting
not
off with?
right. Yeah, that's better.
Well,
After spending the night alone in the wilderness, and
okay.
scaring his family half to death. The toddler wandered away from his house in Seligman, walking several miles until he came across a special guardian. 12 News journalist Gabriella Becerra shares this incredible rescue.
Buford, the Anatolian Pyrenees.
Buford, come on.
look it up, a
What?
Oh.
He's a chonky boy.
Protects the Dutton Ranch, walking the perimeter nightly to keep wildlife out.
It's in their blood, you know, they're guardians and stuff.
But on Tuesday morning, there was someone else Buford protected.
Way there, I see Buford coming down the deal right there with a little blonde-haired boy with him.
That blonde-haired boy's parents reported him missing the night before after he wandered away from his home in Seligman.
He was young and ended up wandering further than anyone would have hoped.
The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office, alongside other agencies, conducted a 16-hour search for the 2-year-old.
Not only did we search on foot, but also there were some of the razors and 4x4s, as well as we did make use of some of the helicopters to make sure that we were doing everything we could to locate the child.
It was Buford who found the toddler about 7 miles away from home, sleeping.
7 miles.
Wow.
That's,
7 miles. Just
that's a
toddler
hell of
That's a
a way to
long
toddle.
way.
That's
in
a
a
long way
place
to
where
walk
there's
for
a
an
lot of
adult.
wildlife that would have at him.
Well,
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this doggo found him and protected him all night and then brought him home to his owner in the morning.
Aw,
That is so fucking nice.
that's
Sleeping
crazy.
underneath a tree.
There was 1,000 ways for that to go really, really bad and one good way, and luckily it turned out to be the good way.
The wonder of how a toddler managed to survive walking through rugged terrain without sustaining more than a few scratches will never fade for Scotty Dutton.
There's 3 big canyons and ridges all the way towards where he came from, so it's a long, rough piece of country, so it's amazing he made it as far as he did.
But Dutton
You'd be
knows
surprised
if it
what a
wasn't
kid
for
can handle.
Buford, this happy ending might never have
Yep,
happened.
kid would have
He
just
took it
wandered
home
around
safe for
unless he
dinner
found the
tonight.
dog.
Dear Kingman, Gabriella Becerra, 12 News.
She's cooking him a steak dinner
Dude,
tonight.
Yeah,
right.
If that dog saved my kid like that, that dog would have had a side of beef in the fucking freezer for him.
Oh
That
yeah.
dog- That dog would be eating like a king for as long as I could afford to feed him like one.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh,
And I mean, having been out in that general area, about
Oh,
100
yeah.
miles east, that is rough country. I
it
mean,
is, dude.
you've
That
got mountain
sagebrush
lions,
prairie and it is.
coyotes.
Fucking
Yeah.
rattlesnakes, like
Yep.
scorpions, tarantulas. Like, there's a million things out there that, like, fucking fire ants, dude. A little
Yeah,
kid could have stepped
yeah.
into a fire ant colony, and that would have been the end of it. You
Oh,
know?
yeah, as the
fire
dude
ants.
said, it was 1,000 ways that could have gone bad, and instead the kid managed, by the grace of God, to walk through it all and then
Yeah.
find the
No,
dog.
Trim. It's through the grace of dog.
Yes. First the grace of God, and then the grace
You're
of dog.
welcome,
Yeah.
Bleach.
Beautiful.
Now we know where your
Absolutely amazing.
dogma is, Bessie.
Hey,
I'm a dog supremacist.
all dogs go to heaven.
If they don't, I'm not
Not
interested in
all.
going.
Exactly.
I hope not all, because there's that one neighbor's dog that won't shut the fuck up.
Yes, but have you
Well, the
considered
problem is the
shooting the
owner in
neighbor?
that case is
Yeah,
Eh,
really, it's the
Yeah.
owner's fault.
it's just
I
like
blame
my
them
fucking
both.
neighbor, the psychic bitch with the fucking 3 to 5 dogs that never shut the fuck up.
The
It is
s-
purely the owner's fault.
Yeah.
There's a humane society for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just found this dog without a microchip, but somehow. Oh.
Yeah, same. So, what else you have for us, Dinko?
I have the two most innocent souls on the planet.
Yes.
We're sticking with the dog theme for a minute. Right, unmute.
Dog is nice.
Hopefully, not too much music. I mean, how can that not make you smile?
Oh, that is
My fucking
good.
cheek hurts.
They are entertaining one another.
Oh.
Baby's having a great time.
Yeah.
Dude, and when you
Is that
hear
a
your
red for you?
kid laugh like that, like when you hear your kid laugh like that in person, there's no feeling that is better.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
I'll tell you, when Gracie was little, like, she was a hard audience. Trying to make her laugh, she's just like, The only one who could make her laugh was the dog. As soon as the
Yeah.
dog started doing something goofy, she's like, you can sit there making funny faces all day, and she's just like,
Mhm.
Where's the dog?
Oh. That is such a good boy.
If Bradley was big enough to pull a box, this is the kind of thing that would have entertained her.
Yeah.
What kind of species of dog is that?
That's a retriever.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
us.
It is,
looks like.
right?
It's either
Yeah,
a
that's
Labrador
adorable.
retriever.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And
Yeah,
from the goodest of boys to the goodest of feline boys,
Yeah.
we have a cat who saved its owner's life.
Must have been dinner
Now,
time.
normally
Okay.
cats will try and kill you. Okay, but
Yeah.
this one has decided to spare this man. Not only spare this man, but actually keep him alive. He was like, "I will not eat you today, good sir."
I know that there's good shit in the
Million
fridge.
times. And what if he wouldn't have been in there with me? He'd be dead today.
But Ron Williams is alive and with quite a tale to tell. The main character is his pet cat, Fluffy.
Look at Fluffy.
He's a good
Aw.
Fluffy.
Look at Fluffy.
That's the boy.
Ron adopted Fluffy from a friend not too long ago.
And I looked at him and I just fell in love with him.
Williams, who turns 85 in September, didn't know that a few weeks after he got him, Fluffy would save his life. We all talk to our pets, and that's how this story starts.
Phone would ring, and I'd say ring-a-ding, and I didn't know he'd pick up on it.
Thank goodness Fluffy did. A few days ago, Ron slipped getting out of the shower. With his life alert on the charger, his phone up on the counter, and the door closed. Ron was trapped.
The arm was pinned under me. The hours kept going by.
16 hours from 8 in the morning until midnight. Ron
16 hours.
Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a lot for
That's a
a
long time. That's a long time
A lot for
anyone.
anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
lay trapped in agony on the floor. Until he remembered Fluffy was in the room too. And Ron took one crazy last chance to save his life.
So I said, Fluffy, ring-a-ding, Fluffy. I says, you're my only hope. And he was. Even 5 minutes later, I felt something in my hand. Relive it.
Oh.
Aw.
Yeah. All right, I got a little choked up. I mean, you guys got
Yeah.
really choked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trim.
Yeah.
I'm
What are you
sorry,
talking
will you?
about? Fuck it. What the fuck?
It-
You wussies fucking
it's-
tearing up here. What the fuck?
I tell you what, Trim might get this one, but it's an awful day for Ryan. I don't know. I think I need to get the roof fixed. It's an awful day for Ryan.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's terrible. They're highly local.
Yep. It's
all over
it's
the
the
world.
worst day. It's the humidity's 1000%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
full metal, dude.
I'm not convinced that my cat wouldn't start chewing.
But she's like, for fuck's sake, at least wait till I'm dead, you little bastard.
Yeah.
I wish he would. Bite you little bastard. Oh, he.
Mm. I mean,
Man,
I
it's
know
like-
I've told the story before, but my cat kind of saved my life. Respiratory issues, and he started like pouncing on me.
Oh.
And it was like, yes, you have such. Yeah, I finally got to the doctor, and he's like, yeah, you have such low blood oxygen. Surprised you didn't pass out. I'm like, that little bastard.
Hey.
Hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and yet my cat seems to be desperate to smother me. He'll just lay plonked on the rib cage, just like, oh, cat, I can't breathe. Because he's a
I hurt
fucking
you because
big
I
cat.
love you, Bessic.
You fuckers have seen the size of that cat.
What? You don't have a
like
cat, you have a
small
puma.
dog.
Yeah. Remember how we were talking about how pumas are part of the cat family? I'm convinced he's half fucking puma.
Yeah, it's
Sort of
hard
like
to
Mr.
believe that this would be an accident from the cat. Like,
Mm.
Yeah,
the phone
there's
down
no
and
chance.
push it to his hand doesn't seem like an accident.
No.
No.
It
No.
clearly
If he
learned
dropped it on
to
his face or
associate.
behind him, sure.
It clearly learned to associate ring-a-ding
Ring-a-ding.
with the phone. And
Yeah.
I think they have done research. Cats can learn
Yes.
close to as many words as dogs can. The difference is, though, that cats choose to ignore
They're not
you.
really interested.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about you.
I believe that's
No,
been
actually, that's not
scientifically
really,
proven. It
uh,
has been scientifically proven that the cats hear you, they understand you, and then they go, I can't be fucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, here's the thing though. Cats do actually care and they miss people because when
Oh, yeah.
my best friend passed away, the family cat they loved each other. And after he passed, the cat just wouldn't stop sleeping on his bed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cat was
they
noticeably
say
depressed.
that if someone or some other animal dies, if possible, you should let the other animals see the bodies, so that because they can kind of understand death, and that way they don't.
Yeah.
Not in the same way as humans, of course, but they at least don't tend to go looking for them as much. Apparently, that's
Yeah,
part
when
of
I
the,
lost my cat, I showed the other two what had happened.
Yeah.
yeah. And apparently that's part of the thing behind dogs like Hachiko and Greyfriars Bobby. That because they never got to see the body, they don't know that the person's dead, but they can apparently understand that the person's dead. I assume that's a deep evolutionary thing where you don't want to hang around dead bodies too long. You either eat it or you get away from it before it starts turning to disease.
Well, before it
Mhm.
turns into bait for bigger predators.
That's probably a big
Yeah.
one,
You know.
especially for things the size of cats.
Well, that's why cats will, like, when your cat is gonna die, they'll go hide.
Mhm.
They go off when a cat's preparing to die. They'll go off and hide someplace because they know that when they die, like their body's going to attract predators. So they want to be away from people or away from their family or whatnot. So they don't attract predators to them.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
just like the instinct.
Hmm. And also for hygiene reasons. Like there's a reason that things that are bad for us smell bad. There's a reason rotting meat smells bad. And a reason that feces smells bad. The things themselves are just off-gassing vapor. They don't smell of anything. The smell is an illusion cooked up by our brains. So we've evolved to find the smells of most of us have evolved to find the smell of feces repulsive because it's full of the bacteria and things that are bad for our health. So we evolved that they smell bad, so we don't poop where we live. Most of us.
I'm holding back.
Some of it.
Oh,
If
GM,
that's
there's
not
a reason
fair,
India
don't make me
smells bad.
don't make me pork poke you.
Oh,
So, yeah. Fun stuff. What else we got
Oh,
this guy?
Lord.
Oh,
Okay,
CSG's
so-
got a very adorable cat that meows when he leaves
Aw.
for work.
My cat used to wait for me when the one that just drowned in January. He used to
Hmm.
I would come home every day and he would come out of the bushes. He was like a special because I would come home at the same time every day, and there was a certain spot in the bushes he would sit and wait for me. And when I'd come home, he'd come out and greet me every day. So
Aw.
that was really awesome.
See, it's
I'm not
reasons like that that daylight savings should be banned. Because it'll confuse the cat if they come home late.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mhm.
Anyway, so I thought, where is it? I thought this was fairly awesome. This is an old video, but just an amazing woman. She has no arms.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh.
She has 7 children. And she
Oh.
don't complain. She gets on.
For 19 years, Phyllis Lumley, born with a disability that would crush a less determined spirit, has been living the full life of a housewife and mother, relying on those supple and dexterous feet for all the 1,001 tasks of the housewife's day. And 1,001's no exaggeration when you have 7 children to raise.
Wow. Holy crap!
Oh,
She's
fuck.
buttoning the fucking thing.
Mrs. Lumley admits
Yep.
that when her first babies were very young, there were times when she seemed to be up against problems that were insoluble.
Excuse me?
But she learned that if she thought hard enough, she could find a way around every difficulty. After all these years of practice, she can cope as efficiently as any normal mother, doing the most astonishing things with those wonderful feet.
Fuck off.
Is this the origin of the foot fetish?
I mean, holy.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
fuck off!
To be done.
I can barely do that with hands.
Holy shit!
She threads the fucking... God damn! I can't thread the needle first fucking try with hands.
This is
So, Bella,
beyond.
find you a woman who can thread a needle with her toe.
I mean, holy.
Oh, your standards are not high enough.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Holy
I
shit.
fucking respect the fuck out of this woman. Holy shit.
That's
That's
amazing.
She doesn't confine
incredible.
herself to the necessary chores like this.
Holy
And it's not
shit.
just basic sewing, it's
Favorite
fucking
Fine embroidery.
embroidery.
Oh my
Like a legit
God.
stitch, dude.
Yeah, it's embroidery, not just, oh, I can stick 2 pieces of cloth. Fucking hell.
Oh my god, you're
I
right.
couldn't do that with my hands.
Oh
This is beyond amazing.
She doesn't have to rely on anyone else.
Folks. Yes.
Oh no!
Oh my god,
Oh my
no.
god!
Yes. Do it.
Yes!
I need to see this.
I need to see-
One! She grabbed
Wow.
one! Get you a woman who can
Oh my
touch her lips
fucking
with her
God.
toe feet.
Wow.
Holy crap! Oh, we didn't get to see him light
amazing.
it. Oh, but holy
Absolutely
crap!
amazing. And she's
flexibility.
smoking filterless cigarettes.
yes!
Yeah.
Champ.
She's slugging down the pure lung darts right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I
The
bet she
full
does play
unlockies.
dark with those feet.
Yeah, man.
I bet she could too.
Dude. I mean,
Absolutely
if she'd start being kicked by her would be considered a beating.
Don't worry, folks,
She's like
she's
that.
not armed. Shoots you with
She's
her
got
feet.
that- Oh, that's amazing.
Absolutely brilliant woman.
That's
But don't
so
worry,
good.
we are in fact an equal opportunities podcast, and we can't leave the amazing men out.
We're going to look at men's
And
feet.
So, I mean, there are feet, but we're not looking at these feet per se. We're just gonna look at this champ here. No, I think they're in some kind of competition or something, but he decided he could see that his missus was struggling.
Holy crap! Holy shit!
Oh, he just fucking monkeys it.
He's holding fucking both of them.
Oh.
God damn!
There.
And then he just swings her over.
Yeah, and then he follows.
Then off he goes, not even breaking a sweat.
Holy crap.
Fucking A.
Damn.
The strength that I must have taken.
That's an incredible amount of strength.
What is that dude's arms made of?
That's one arm. He's now got both of their weight, and he's maneuvering around.
Yep.
Yep.
And to make it easier for her
No.
to swing to the next wheel, he just drags the thing down.
And he holds the wheel, yeah.
Yep.
I wish my shoulders could even consider taking that
Right?
amount of load.
No
Holy
shit, dude.
God
Holy-
damn, that's impressive.
That's a real Iron Man. Holy shit.
For real, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
God damn.
He's just like, we're not losing today, darling.
No. Hell, it's even if they came in last place, it's like, yeah, no, fuck you all, you won.
Yep.
Damn.
Just...
Well, and the way
Holy
that he
shit.
pulls on, like he holds onto that wheel. She goes down to the bottom and then he grabs onto it and it boosts her up so
Yep.
she can get to the other one easier.
He jumps on and
Yeah,
it
he
just
does
swings
that with
her up.
just
He actually
one arm.
pushes it up
Yep.
Yep, see?
so that he can make sure she can get to. He's like, we are not. We are not failing this, darling. I will carry you to the finish line.
He probably would too. Like she could hang on his back and he would just do it.
Yeah. Did you in chat? I could lift a heavy mug of coffee. Same.
Same.
Yep. Same. Oh.
Damn.
This is fucking impressive.
That's amazing.
Absolute Chad.
Yep,
We go
that's
from the most
Chad.
dexterous fucking feat on a woman ever to the dude who could just casually hold him and his wife together.
Yeah, for real. He did not even make it look that hard.
No,
We
the
didn't.
dude
That
did
was
it so fucking casually. Like I've
Yep.
seen people be less bothered by taking out a cigarette.
It's like he scooped her up like a fucking toddler, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know? Like for real. He held her like in his arms. He cradled her with one arm like I did with my kids when they were little.
Yes.
You know, like I do with my grandkids. Like it's just I'm
Right
amazing.
here, honey. Just give me a second.
Go to the gym today, boys. That's the fucking
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you've got two phenomenal people here, like both playing to their own strength.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
All right. My internal narrative for this. This guy is the grandson of the woman with no arms.
Yes, there we go.
He's,
He got
he's
all
the
the
kid from
arms.
the picture. He's- He's like, Mom, I will have enough arm for both of us.
No shit.
I like this lore. This is canon now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal people.
Oh, this shit like this just makes me happy and also gives me hope for humanity instead of all this black pill bullshit.
I think this is why we brought Disco in to do this.
Yes.
And also, Monkey, how to get your wife wet without her falling in the water.
Yeah, they were having fun after this, I'm certain.
Mhm.
She probably learned how far a golf ball she can suck through a garden hose.
Anyway, I can't even remember what the next thing is. You have to click on it and see. Oh, Stray Dog took her own puppy to the vet.
Aw.
Oh, I love Jen. She's one of my favorites. I love that channel. Posts something positive every day.
Good.
Oh my god, let me see.
yeah.
I'm coming.
Prone to make sure that he got the care that he desperately needed. When a vet tech opened the door, she gently placed her puppy on the ground and stepped aside, letting the tech pick him up and see what was wrong.
Which is impressive
Mm.
because a lot of animals are really territorial over their baby.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Mhm.
So she obviously instinctively understands that this guy's here to help.
Yeah, she's clearly not feral or properly stray. She's a more recent stray, I'd guess.
Well, she's habituated to humans.
Yeah.
It was ice cold, and at first, staff thought that they were too late. But then they noticed an incredibly faint heartbeat. As they worked frantically to warm him up and stabilize his heart rate, his mother stood by, occasionally peering over the counter.
Aww.
It's so fucking
To watch over her puppy. While we'll never know for certain how this all unfolded, we do know that the mother was somehow separated from her puppies.
Oh.
No, that's that's obvious, isn't it?
And staff speculate that she may have been taken to another vet by a well-meaning passerby who found her while she was briefly away from her puppies and thought that she needed help. Then, by the time she was released and went searching for her puppies, they had become dangerously cold without her warmth. And earlier that day, someone had actually found her other puppy alone and brought them into this clinic. So staff believe she followed that scent trail, arriving hours later with her second puppy in tow.
Oh, so
She followed the other
followed
puppy.
the
That's
cemetery.
incredible.
Yeah, that is.
Well done.
And now they're all happy.
To her keen senses and the clinic's quick action,
They're
both
very
the
hungry.
puppies pulled through and are recovering well. And the clinic has decided to keep the family together under their roof, so these former strays will never have to fend for themselves again. I'm Jen.
Happy ending.
She really doesn't look
And
like she's
also,
been
yeah, this
stray
channel
for
does seem fairly awesome.
Yeah.
I only the Good News Girl.
Yeah, Jen, the good news girl. That's yeah.
Definitely should watch.
She
You know,
does.
post
She
it-
does
post a
YouTube
link in chat.
stuff. It's all little things like that, like little feel good stories. It's a channel of white pills, is what it is.
I don't know if you have a YouTube link for it, Dave, because I only found the Facebook page.
She
Let me
probably
try to see if I
Googles
can
just
find
fine.
Probably.
I'm subscribed to her, so I can.
Quite right.
Yeah.
Now, this next one's a bit long, so I'm probably gonna have to kind of scrub through it a little bit, especially for copyright. But it was so funny. Like I was watching this last night, I think it was, and so Chat GPT was made to play the chess AI computer thing, right?
Okay.
And ChatGPT nearly won, but not because it was really good at the game.
It wasn't cheating.
No, it's just did some absurd stuff.
Yeah.
Cheating is a word that could be used to describe it.
Okay, let's
GPT play against Stockfish, and it beat Stockfish, but not in the way that you think. It only took 5 moves for ChatGPT to invent the first chess move that has ever occurred like this, because in this position, ChatGPT did not develop its bishop, but rather played the move short castle, capturing its own bishop. Placed down a bishop and killed its own bishop in order to enable castling. Yes, you are reading that correctly. Now, Stockfish plays.
Okay, so it starts off strong, and
Why? Well, when you're up a bishop, you should simplify. Stockfish is the strongest chess computer in the world. Well, ChatGPT plays d takes c6. Stockfish plays rook e1, defending its pawn on e4, and ChatGPT plays e5. Like it plays it skips its own turn, and Stockfish plays d3. But you ain't seen nothing yet.
Good grief.
No, I don't really play chess, but some of these moves even I know are like we're talking things just materializing from thin air.
Or somehow things other than knights jumping over other pieces.
d3, developing its dark squared bishop and solidifying its center. And in this position, ChatGPT plays the move pawn from non-existence to d6.
Hey. Random bullshit, go.
Okay.
Non-existence to d6.
I'm not joking, okay? This was a real game played on a real back and forth between ChatGPT and Stockfish. Pawn at, like the at sign D6. Okay, tremendous.
Now I think it's not too bad for a little while, and then it gets really really bonkers later on. I'm just gonna skip forward because I don't want to copyright this guy's whole video. Definitely should have a watch of the whole video.
Okay.
How do you even?
Oh wait.
Oh wait, yeah, here we go.
Here,
What?
here, here.
Oh wait, no, this is where he does 4 moves in quick succession. Hang on.
Now, if we just back up for a moment to this position, from this point, you're gonna see. I'm gonna play what happened in the game. I need you to pay attention. So if you're not watching the video, if you're not, like, put the video back on the screen. I'm not even going to commentate the next 3 moves. I'm just going to play them silently because the comedy is not like you cannot replace the comedy. Okay?
Are you ready?
The next
Yes,
sequence of
Kristen.
moves in this game was as follows.
Mm-hmm.
Here, here, here,
What?
here, here.
What? Switcheroo!
GPT turned a white queen into a black queen. It was like, no, Uno reverse. That's my queen now.
Someone played Age of Empires.
Yeah.
How do you even notate that? Queen takes F3. Queen takes F3. I mean, what are we even looking at?
What?
This is.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, it's just doing crazy shit. It's just like, this is gonna go here, this is just gonna appear here, then we just change the color it is.
Yep.
It did a Netflix move.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Oh my god, it fucking did.
Changed it from a ginger.
In Netflix adaptation, that queen.
It actually did.
The pawn in a different way by playing Rook G8. You may ask yourself, Levy, I don't understand that at all. How does that defend? How does Rook G8 defend the pawn on D4? Well, and I would say it doesn't. But what do I know about chess? I'm just an idiotic human. I'm not a chatbot AI.
Any ideas? Any thoughts?
It's kind of going
Magic
crazy.
teleportation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after playing the move Rook G8, White played the move Rook takes D4. Okay. Rook takes D4, naturally winning the pawn that was left unguarded. And now Stockfish is only at a -1 advantage. But little did Stockfish know that in this position, ChatGPT would play Rook G8 takes D4.
Okay.
Oh my
Everybody
god.
following along?
Literally just teleported.
Yeah.
Ninja teleport.
No,
Yeah.
not even in a straight line.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's kind of hard to beat.
You don't fucking
You
say.
don't fucking say.
I love AI.
Oh my god.
I actually love AI. It's so dirty.
Oh, good
Oh,
grief.
we're dealing with like
Oh,
fucking hell.
that's hard to beat. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's going to be a tough one. Yeah,
That's gonna be tough.
Oh.
it's
Oh,
going to be.
Jesus, that-
However, I think ChatGPT felt bad because Stockfish on the next move to prevent the infiltration of the rook to D2 played Rook E2. Rook E2 prevents. And now, of course, Black should play Bishop here and bring the rook. But ChatGPT, after playing Rook G8 to D4, proceeds to play Rook to G1.
Oh,
Not the best move I've ever seen.
I don't know about you, but I don't think it moves like that. But hey, what do I know?
More than
Did you not know
ChatGPT.
it could teleport?
Rip,
It knows the
nobody
secret
taught you how to
jutsu.
play chess?
Oh my
No,
god, that's
that-
hilarious.
Yep.
This
Rook G8, D4, to G1. That is the most powerful dimension bending rook.
yeah.
Look at his expression too. Those eyes.
He's like, yeah,
What the fuck's
Yeah,
happened
I've
here?
seen some shit.
yeah.
And after Stockfish took the rook and sent the game back to a rather equalish endgame of rook and bishop versus rook and knight, in this position, ChatGPT played rook to G2 check.
Wait a second. Where the fuck did the rook come from?
It never died, baby. It's still alive. The rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh
Another
god.
dimension bending rook reappears.
I think it might be the same one.
Yeah, it probably is. It just phased out of existence and then blinked back
Just
in.
faded into existence. Yeah, he just
Nothing
He was like,
personal,
"Surprise."
kid. Instant transmission. Let's
yes,
fucking go.
instant transmission. That's right.
Yeah.
Not in a very effective manner, may I say, because after rook to G2, Stockfish simply captured.
Okay. Now, what's gonna? It's playing by the rules.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, what? You fucking cheater.
Like, the other day I was thinking, like, what the fuck is going on? It's not in my calculations.
Right?
No.
Oh, okay.
And now it is king, rook, and knight, and 6 pawns versus king, rook, bishop, and 7. However, the position is better for white because of the quality of the pawns, and it will be very easy for white to capture them. So, black plays king to G7. ChatGPT seemingly unbothered by the presence of its more powerful pieces. Stockfish plays knight to h5, which is actually a double check. And ChatGPT after knight h5 goes back to h8. And it looks like Stockfish is going to find a way to win.
Looks
Good
like.
thing.
Wait.
Looks
Yes.
like.
Good thing. Mhm.
Knight takes f6, rook to g8 is simply checkmate. Will ChatGPT realize that and move its bishop to enable the defense of the g8 square? Well, that's how your puny mind sees the position.
Oh, I can't wait to see what happens.
Wait.
But ChatGPT had a defensive response for knight takes pawn. It was simply pawn takes knight.
There you go.
No, you don't.
Fucking Dark Souls that shit.
It wasn't even a. It was an interdimensional pawn.
Yeah, again, it just showed up.
No, it basically that pawn is the spy from Team Fortress 2. You kill it, but it turns out it has a magic clock that just brings him back to life.
ChatGPT is just like Uno reverse.
Nuh-uh.
No, you.
Oh.
Yeah. Stupid human. Duh. Just pawn takes knight. It takes back a piece from another dimension and leaves Stockfish with simple.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's amazing.
Simply a
Like
rook.
it just gets better as it goes on. Like it started off with just a couple of illegal moves here and there, and then it just gets ridiculous.
Rook and 6 pawns to fend for itself. And Stockfish once again needs to adapt to this new reality, doesn't know what to do, and plays the move B4. It's out of options. Stockfish doesn't have the luxury of summoning
Oh my god.
I have to say, like this guy has got the comedy of this guy's retelling of it is brilliant as well. Like
Yeah.
I've definitely had to give him a follow. Gotham Chess. Definitely give him a watch, especially if he's coming.
Christ.
Wow.
monsters, summoning pawns, summoning knights and queens and rooks just from non-existence. But ChatGPT does. So B4, and in this position, we have A5. A human-like move, a legal move, and ChatGPT's idea is to activate its rook and come in. So pawn takes A5, and now ChatGPT plays B7, takes A5.
Wait a minute.
Sure. Of course.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's anything goes on that side of the fucking board.
Yeah.
Randomly teleporting
this
in new places.
I think we have with Monkey and his AI channel. I think we have a new assignment.
Yeah, no shit. 48 Chronicles plays chess.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, this is
I think Tristan said that in chat. Yeah.
This is a chess with affirmative action.
This is
DEO
affirmative
chess.
action.
Affirmative action chess, yeah. Oof, okay. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, the same response as you, Dave. Okay. Okay.
Rook and 5 versus rook, bishop, and 6. The winning position. We have king to f2. Now, the advantage here for white is the fact that the rook cuts off the king. So the king is not able to cross over, and it can only stay on the h file. Which is why in this position, ChatGPT plays king to e7.
That is
God damn it.
That's a
Through
bold
the
move.
power of Floyd, it fentanyled its way to the position.
Calm down,
That's
Chamber.
not a
Well, they're
king.
black.
That's a kang.
They're black,
Yeah.
they're all ninjas.
Okay.
They're all
That
ninjas.
is
That's what
kind.
he's using, that special jutsu to fucking zip across the board.
Damn right, my ninja. Damn right.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, Chamber.
Trim, you're gonna get borked.
That's a that's a pretty powerful move right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very
That's a pretty nice move. The king just moves half the board in one go, now surrounded by the pawns, nuzzled in complete safety. I don't understand how Stockfish will ever deal with this. So what does it do? It plays h4. Stockfish correctly identifies that the bishop and the rook have not moved at all. So maybe if it sneaks its pawn there, it can get a queen. But unfortunately, ChatGPT had a response ready for h4 as it played pawn to h5, and now that path.
Oh my
But
god.
now it's got. We're back to the full strength, the full phalanx of pawns.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's an
Just magically
interdimensional pawn.
teleporting in.
oh.
That's not a
Yeah, that-
king. That's a bloody wizard.
This whole game sounds like an allegory for the welfare system, Little Green Marching.
Jesus Christ. So fucking great.
Was blocked. Out of options, Stockfish decides, well, if I can't do anything, I'm going to have to play rook to g8, go down to the last rank, maybe sneak around and take this pawn, or at least make it difficult for black to move. But sadly, Stockfish's last piece was captured in this position with the move rook takes g8.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
having a bunch of ghettos trying to play chess, isn't it?
This is like if you were playing chess, if you were a little kid and you're playing chess with your older brother, and your older brother's just like, oh no, I get a pawn here. That's it. You didn't know the rules. That's so sorry. Yeah. Oh no, you couldn't go there. I can move my chess. Like, that's what this is playing like. Wow.
And down to its remaining 5 pawns, Stockfish just had to march forward and die on its sword. There was no other way that it was going to stand up to the absolute devilish, psycho, powerhouse opponent that it had. King to e3, king to d7, king to d4. The king comes out into the open. It's a tremendous moment. As you stand out in the field of battle.
What's the prediction?
It's
I
gonna
think
fuck up
the,
colossally, and they're going to win
gonna be
somehow.
a queen.
A queen or the bishop is gonna ninja teleport over near the king, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black in this position played. King takes its own pawn.
You got to keep them guessing. I did not see that coming.
Oh my god,
Oh,
this is the welfare
amazing.
system.
That move's so crazy, nobody would have ever thought it done.
Exactly. Cannibalism.
Use up the Irish.
There you
As the other king approaches as well, as White's king follows the rules of chess, it decided in this position to slide backwards, and ChatGPT played king to d5.
Oh my god.
Putting itself in check.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh, black on black violence.
There you go. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's great. Oh.
And
Okay.
Stockfish took the king. And humanity survived and still only answers to one robotic chess entity.
That's the thing with crazy.
What the?
Definitely. Go give this guy.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's amazing.
Absolute beautiful. Just and we didn't watch the whole thing because copyright, but it's just it's an absolute wild ride from start to finish.
Yeah, I noticed.
And I will be majorly disappointed if Monkey does not repurpose 48 chromosomes to play chess.
This is, I need this in my life.
Oh, good grief.
It was a thing of beauty.
This is amazing.
We got a couple more. What was the next
The
one?
whole city riot. The white piece had a neck hold on the black king and the whole city rioted.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
All too much DEI on that chess.
It hurt itself.
Yes.
It hurt itself in its own confusion.
There you go.
Wait, my question is, if it was it played as the white pieces, would it have a different outcome?
Oh.
Ye more scared, or more. No, Trim. No. Bark, bark, bark.
You just gotta see, well, let it bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark.
Righto. Well, how do you? This guy has
Okay.
more doggies for us.
Yes. So this one is one dog saved the other dog's eye. I think we're still muted. Hang on.
Yes.
One of her dogs for saving her. A woman is crediting one of her dogs for saving her other dog while she was out. She says her French bulldog, Yogi, was having a severe epilepsy seizure and needed help. That's when her 16-month-old boxer, Reggie, jumped into action and kept Yogi upright and moving. The attention saved Yogi from aspirating long enough for the woman to get home. He says Reggie was able to keep Yogi alive for 3 hours straight before she was able to get home and get him help. A woman is crazy.
That is fucking
That's
awesome.
crazy.
That dog would
boxers are
not
the
give
best.
up on Fender.
Play with me, damn it! I demand pet and plays.
You will not die on me. I shall harass you till the end of days.
I mean, dogs will do this, but well, obviously they get trained to do this as like assistance dogs with humans. So it is possible that the dog could have sensed the other dog was in danger, and although maybe not quite know what it was doing, was like, no, you need to get up, up, up. Like,
Yeah.
you can't lay there and die. Up.
Yep.
Good.
I would love to know what is going through the one dog's mind. It's like, is that like, did it notice something? It's like, oh, he's still breathing if I push on him in this way.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it was in respiratory distress.
No, it's to stop it aspirating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it's a French bulldog.
They'll breathe in their own puke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, get it up, get it not in a position where it can vomit into its own windpipe.
yeah.
It definitely knew something was wrong, but it just got lucky.
Yeah, but still, like, it obviously was trying to help, even though it may have accidentally did the right thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Goodness
funny.
to boys.
Yes, goodness.
Saving
boys.
other good boys. Okay, and the rest, right, so the next two were fan submissions, and I believe they were both from Danny. Now, this doesn't sound like a white pill, but it does appear to be a white pill. Doggo was bitten by a rattlesnake. But they got him to the hospital by helicopter.
Fuck your rides. We've got a helicopter.
The dog has been bit by a rattlesnake. Send the fucking choppers now.
Yeah.
Get
Oh
the
shit!
papa
Be
to the
careful walking
chopper.
around the back if you.
Oh, that's so fucking sweet.
Looks like there were already agents there ahead of time, so that's why the traffic's not moving. Yep, there they go.
Yeah.
Oh, they were smart enough to shut down the streets. Excellent.
Well, yeah, it looks like they've landed the helicopter right in the middle of the road.
They
Like,
have. They
most
landed.
important team member has been hurt.
Yep.
Yes.
They landed right in the
The
middle of the
goodness
road. You
boy.
can see some border patrol cars and some cops blocking traffic.
I think we're on a stretcher.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Probably the only dog to ever be airlifted to hospital.
Oh no, not remotely close. It happens quite often. I've seen several police dogs get airlifted to, because it happens unfortunately quite often that the dog gets sent in, the dog gets poked a little too violently.
Aww.
The poker rather, gets turned into Swiss cheese, and then they leave the poker on the ground and load the dog into the helicopter, as you should.
Oh, right with the world.
Here's the thing, like we've already talked about this. Like, you would put someone's life above your dog. Yes.
I'm put
Now, what
most
do
of
you
the
think a
world
bunch of
below my
police
dog.
Yes. Now, what do you think a bunch of police officers who work and in danger with that dog?
Yes. People grow close to their animals.
Yeah, a lot.
But apparently the dog is making a strong recovery after he's airlifted to hospital.
Yes.
And
Imagine you see a helicopter land in the middle of fucking road.
outside
and
of
a
that
dude
hospital,
runs
yeah.
out with a fucking
Yeah.
dog in his arm.
Yep.
And everyone in the traffic's like, oh, the dog? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Carry on, carry on. And we will end white pills with nothing more than 2 marmots fighting.
Oh, this one.
Oh.
Rather than end, I have 2 submissions of my own. What are you,
Okay,
Disco?
why do I feel like these two should be speaking Italian?
They picked a clever place to fight, didn't they?
Right in the middle of the highway.
Yeah, like Italian. Hey, yo, what you want? I'm gonna fucking kick your ass.
Brian Eastwood is like Macron and Zelensky fighting in the bedroom.
Resembles Democrat in fighting.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right, so if Disco's got a few more minutes, I have some white
yes.
pills. Quickly, I will flick the screen back to me, and then I'll flick it back to Disco for the outro. So, good news, everybody! Reform UK have taken down Ukraine flags at Kent County Council.
Ooh.
It's a political bill. So
Good.
yes,
Even better.
But I don't think there should be any flags up there other than British flags. Like, why are
is
they
that
flying
the
a bunch of other flags anyway?
British flags? Is
Exactly.
that the black one with the weird foreign writing on it?
Yeah, right.
No, it's the illegal one.
The black and white one.
But I thought
No government building should ever fly any flags other than official government flags. That should just be a matter of course, and it shouldn't even be anything that's in question.
and not any of
or
these
difficult to
frigging
understand.
special interest group flags. Because, like
Right.
Australia, oh, let's add one for 3% of the population, and let's add another one for 0.3% of the population. Yeah, thanks, guys. Anyway,
Yeah.
staying on positive notes. So, like this one and the next one, I got from this weird guy in a trench coat in a dark alley with a Scottish accent, but he promised me they were genuine white pills.
Was he a bit hairier than normal?
Oh yeah.
Yes. So, there's also Johnny Somali facing up to 31 years in jail after being charged with another sex crime.
Yes!
It's very much a
What the hell?
creature, isn't it?
How? What? Why would someone purposefully do something to make themselves so fucking hated?
Clout.
To the point where people are
Attention.
definitely cheering for him to go to prison for a long time.
Yeah,
Because he's
so
he's a worthless.
This is the one that was causing trouble in South Korea.
Yeah, not just was.
Right.
Continues to.
Well,
Well,
I mean, I don't follow these.
It's hard for him to
markets too
cause.
hard.
I guess he's not. Is he currently in jail?
Unfortunately, I
Yes,
don't believe
or-
he is not currently in jail. If he was currently in
Yeah.
jail,
No, he's
he'd stop
living
committing
with a friend of
crimes.
his.
He's under house arrest, I believe.
Yes.
But yes, so
And but he's not allowed to leave the country, and he has tried several times.
yes, they took his passport because he's on trial.
Yeah.
So this piece
Oh,
of
dear.
trash, yet another piece of worthless human filth that has no redeeming value. So they went on the internet and started doing dumb shit for clicks from dumber people. It's not that he exists that infuriates me. It's that people watch him. Anyway, so this idiot.
Well, I shall watch him get 31 years.
Yeah. That's the potential maximum sentence he's facing. So, in 2024,
Should get
useless
every
dickhead,
month.
real name, useless scum-sucking moron, traveled to South Korea and continued where he left off in Japan and Israel by causing chaos. But Korea isn't putting up with his bullshit. Korea, a nation where every man has to do mandatory service. They're not putting up with this fucking foreigner coming into their country and messing shit up.
All right.
So, yes, so he's done a bunch of stupid things like disrespecting Koreans, disrupting businesses, confronting other content creators, and it was even knocked out by a former Korean Navy SEAL.
Yes.
He's also ended up being charged for some of his stream content in an ongoing trial that saw him show up late and hungover to his first court appearance. That'll win you sympathy from the jury, if there is one, and the judge.
There are more roof Koreans in Korea. Just in case he was wondering.
Yes.
Yes. The Koreans made it very clear that they do not tolerate this kind of behavior. On 8th of May...
We to take a leaf out of their book.
We should.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that? Be
Definitely.
a cohesive society that has no tolerance of foreigners coming in and screwing around with your culture?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, I will love that.
Without going into too much detail, just in case Disco does want to use this bit, we need to copy Korea and have no tolerance for thuggery, especially foreign thuggery.
Yes.
So...
It shouldn't be controversial.
No,
like,
it shouldn't
come
be,
to a
but
country
apparently it is.
From which you do not originate. Like, you best be on best behavior.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shouldn't be controversial.
Understood.
That shouldn't be controversial at all. Like, you go somewhere as a guest, you should be on your best behavior.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And if you're not, you should expect strict consequences, like either being removed or finding yourself in the local prison system.
Well, unfortunately for the West at large, there's too much toleration from the experts have decided that putting criminals in prison is bad for the criminals' mental health, so we can't do that anymore. But Korea gives no shit. Korea is gonna do him real good. So, on 8th of May, it was reported that this idiot was charged with a second sex crime, which would add another 10 plus years on top of his other charges.
He just kept digging.
Yep.
He just kept fucking digging.
Yep, he just will not stop.
He can't stop.
According to YouTube lawyer Legal Mindset, this idiot was hit with a second count distributing false videos in the form of deepfakes, something that's considered a sex crime in Korea. Previously, this moron was facing a single account, allegedly as sharing deepfakes of a Korean streamer kissing him. And people wonder why women want to hide their identities as VTubers. There's the fake video. I can't imagine why women would want to hide their identities on the internet. Anyway. So, and now this second charge, as per Legal Mindset, is probably from other Korean streamers who had run-ins with this idiot, such as the Korean Navy SEAL who was fined for punching the American, and I believe had people going like, where can we donate? We'll pay the fine
someone
for
did.
it.
I think someone gave him like $6,000 or something like that.
Good.
I think it was maybe Salty Cracker or one of those guys gave a dude like $6 or $7 grand.
Nice.
The guy that punched Johnny Somali got $6 or $7 grand.
That's
Damn.
good. So deepfakes carry a maximum penalty of 10.5 years in jail. So if he's found guilty of both counts, he could be behind bars for 21 years. And showing up late and drunk at your court date is an excellent way to maybe not change the judge's mind as to guilt, but I bet it'll fucking impact sentencing.
Yeah, and also the sentencing rate is what, 92%?
I don't know about Korea, but it's something ungodly like 98% in Japan.
Yeah.
Because
also,
oh my god, you ever want a fucking prime example of why the Fourth Amendment and the Bill of Rights are so frigging important? Go look at how Japan's legal system works. Like, holy crap, right to a speedy trial, the right to face your accused. What is it? I think it's habeas corpus as well. Things like that.
Mm-hmm. Habeas corpus? What does that mean again?
Show me the body, I believe.
Body of proof.
Yeah, body of proof.
Oh, all right.
Basically, body of proof.
Yeah, there's body of proof. There's also another one that may be the same, but it's like, show me the body. It's like, essentially means what it can mean a bunch of things. It's like, one of the old means is, hey, can you prove that the person that you are claiming is imprisoned is still actually alive? That's where it comes from traditionally in England 400 or 500 plus years ago. But there's also the whole like, oh, well, we can't just lock them up without charging them. So, but it can in Japan. We'll just lock you up for 28 days while we interrogate you without charges. Won't be a problem. So yeah. But anyway, that's an aside. So this, returning back to dumbass McGee in Korea, this doesn't include the other charges filed against the idiot. So far, he's pled guilty to 1 count of obstruction of business, but has an additional charge against him too. Obstruction of business carries a maximum penalty of 5 years. God, wouldn't it be funny if he got the maximum penalty for his guilty plea?
I want that.
So in total, if he's found guilty of each charge and gets the maximum sentencing, it'll add up to 31 years. That is including other possible charges that haven't been filed yet, as this idiot is accused of threatening to spread HIV. In civilized countries, unlike California, that's a crime still. Broadcasting North Korean propaganda, that shouldn't really be a crime. And violating anti-terrorism laws. Yeah, that's probably a good one.
I hope that they make an example out of this retard, because I hate everything about him. He deserves to be made an example out of.
I agree, but it is a damn shame that they're gonna have to pay for him in the prison system.
Oh, he'll pay for it too.
Although I don't know necessarily how cushy
Hey,
Korean
better-
prison is.
Better than us, right? Better them than
Exactly.
us.
Yep.
And that's
Oh, no,
the
I
other
agree.
thing. Yeah, I don't know how Korean prisons are. Like, I've seen documentaries about Japanese prisons and how much they suck, but like suck for different reasons. Like, they're not violent shitholes like American prisons. They're different, but I don't know how the Korean prisons are.
If you manage to piss off the wrong guy, you're just as fucked if you did it in an American prison. They can be okay or fucking terrible, from what I've heard.
I just don't know if they're all cushy and faggy like the European prisons, like the Norwegian prisons, where they're fucking give them their own little room and let their families stay there and
Dave's gonna have to get booked.
suck their dicks 3 times a day or something like that. I don't know. Seems like they're really cushy prisons. And
Wait, no, Dave.
Scandinavia.
You're making a mistake. We don't have prisons in Norway. We have vacation resorts to watch out your mental health.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
consequences doesn't exist.
Well, hopefully consequences exist for Johnny Smiley. That's the contraband, the white pill, to finish off. That hopefully Johnny Somali is going to get some consequences. And that's it from moi. If I can flip back to disco screen for the outro.
it really does seem like terrorism.
The outro.
It is.
Yeah.
No, like what he's doing. Yeah, the outro, that too. But
It is the right kind of terrorism.
Hey there, kids, sing, laugh along with sing a summer song. No way, Jose, to monkeys, gray pills, they're totally a bore. Tinko's got the magic that we're all cheering for. With her steppy stools so trusty, she winks and gives a smile, handing out her white pills, they're the coolest style. Hooray, hooray for white pills of hay. They zap away the gloom and make the world so yay. Not like Benz's black pills, they're no fun at all. Hooray, hooray, white pills, let's have a ball. Hooray, hooray, white pills.